Again, Happy New Year and all that good stuff. My name is Carl Powell, and I have a business. It's called Grow with Carl. And what I do with my business is I help seniors exercise and breathe and meditate and relax and do light, easy exercises that they can incorporate into their lifestyle. Because a lot of times, like New Year's now, people say, it's a new year, I'm gonna start a new year and I'm gonna have a new exercise program, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and they make all these New Year's resolutions. And by Valentine's Day, we realize, oh, we didn't do any of that, right? We didn't do any of that. So what we have to do is we have to learn how to find things that fit and incorporate with our lifestyle. Otherwise, we're not gonna do them. Through my work with the AARP, I work with seniors on maintaining their brain health. And the reason that is so important to me, how many of you are caregivers? How many of you people need caregivers? Right? Well, come on, we can be honest. Where we are in our lives, we've either already been caregivers or we're preparing ourselves to be taken care of. That's just the honest truth. Our responsibility in both of those places is to maintain our own personal health and brain health. Because the more I can be active in my brain as I age, if I have to have a caregiver, I can assist them in the things that they need to do. Right? If I just decide, okay, I'm just gonna give up and let the caregiver take care of me, carry me wherever, then you're not really being part of the answer. So part of the answer is learning how to do the little things that promote brain health. One is exercise. And it has to be ongoing. You can't exercise for 2 days and go, okay, well, I exercised for the year and that's good. You gotta keep going. But you have to find a program that works for you. And there's a lot of bad fits when it comes to exercise programs. People will say, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do Zumba. At 80, that's not really realistic. Right? You'll go, but you'll be very distracted when you leave. And that's not the reason to do it. The reason to do it is so that you feel better at the end. Socialization is another part of maintaining our brain health. Like we are here and we're speaking to other people, this is so important to maintaining our brain wellness. My mother was a school teacher and she loved teaching school. She taught all the way up until she was 75 years old. Wow. And she did it and she was diligent and she was great. Her brain was working, she was working out, she was exercising. She retired and she retired from everything. She stopped exercising, she stopped socializing, and her world got smaller and smaller and smaller. And then she got dementia. And then her world really got smaller. She removed herself from the world. And if you do that, like if I'm sitting at home by myself, the only judgment of what is real is what I think. I don't have anyone to compare it to. I have nothing to bounce it off of. And a lot of times with seniors, they just get depressed. They sit there and they get depressed, but they don't realize they are depressed. And it gets worse and worse and worse. We have to have touchstones, people who we can call and say, hey, are you okay? How are you doing today? And it's vital and it's important to all of us. Don't you feel better when someone calls you up and says, hey, how are you doing today? No? Just me. So I really want people to focus on, number one, if you're taking care of somebody, help them with these things. A lot of times as we have problems with sleeping. Right? And then that no sleeping causes anxiety. I'm going to give you some exercises before I get out of here today, but I will help you relax before you decide to go to sleep. And that sleeping thing is tricky because for everybody it's different. One of the requirements that the AARP has is that you turn off all the lights and don't have your television on before you go to sleep. I need that. But as soon as I fall asleep, I know then to turn off that television so that light isn't going on all night while I am sleeping. Because then I won't get deep sleep. So I say you have to do what works for you. They say turn off your telephones, turn off your televisions, take your pets out of the room if they're irritating. Because, my cat, he never leaves me alone ever. But he falls asleep when I do, so we're good. But it's very important that you take care of how your brain is working. Have check-ins with your friends. Talk to people. Because we want to get through this. We want to age with grace. Right? We don't want to be slouchy and walking around. And we want to feel good about aging. And it's just part of the process. Eating well. We all know that as you age, appetite, what happens with your appetite? What'd you say?
Decrease.
No. Exact opposite. your appetite decreases. So then you're only eating little bits of things, but you have to make sure you're eating the right bits of things. Keep that green stuff on your plate. I know a lot of times I see with Hawaiian food, they don't keep a lot of green stuff on that plate. And the green stuff is expensive too. That's the other part. I know I love avocados, but I buy avocados, but before I can eat them all, they go bad. Then I feel bad about it. What I'm learning to do is either have an avocado buddy. Say, okay, I got 3 avocados, so split. I'll give you half of the other one. You take the other one, and now and I'm good. Because I don't like to waste. Salads are really important. Just adding a little bit of green into each one of your meals. And it doesn't have to be all healthy all the time, but you just have to find a healthy place for you. Portion control. You gotta love her, right? So, how many people think they breathe well?
They what?
Do you breathe well?
Breathe?
Oh yeah, I know you do. So I want to practice a couple of breathing exercises with you. So what I'm going to ask you to do is just place your feet flatly on the floor. And then you're going to lean in the back of your chair. So your back is touching the back of your chair. And then you're going to take your right hand onto your upper chest. So this is called front to back breath. What you want to do is you want to feel the breath into your upper back and into your chest at the same time. So we're going to take a deep inhale and feel in your upper back and your chest. Inhale. And each time, just open your mouth. Keep going. Inhale deeply into your upper back. Feel your upper back. Fill. So you're trying to fall asleep. Before you go to sleep, you do that front to back breath. This also starts to help you just calm down a little bit. And those are also called calming breaths. And nice when you do your exhale. Release the day. Breathe in the good stuff. And then whatever's bad from the day, let it go. Don't need that anymore. So that's your front to back breath. And it's really good to help you sleep. If you want to increase your energy, lateral breath. Lateral breath, you touch the bottom half of your rib cage. Your rib cage, when you breathe in, your diaphragm goes outward, expands. And as you exhale, you're going to just feel your rib cage glide back in. So you're going to practice lateral breath. You're going to inhale, just feel your rib cage. I'm going to have one hand up too. Glide out to the side when you inhale. Open. Fill your lungs with oxygen and. So this one's going to give you more energy. Because you're doing expansive breath, and more oxygen is more energy, right?
Take your final.
All right, let's just shake our hands out a little bit. Shake your hands out. As we age, we carry a lot of stuff in here, right? Residual energies. Right? We have a lot of stuff that goes on in here. So we're going to work with our neck and our shoulders. That's the way to start. Relax your arms down to your side. And then you're going to inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears. And then let your shoulders glide back down over. Inhale as your shoulders rise. Exhale. Release all that energy. Inhale as you lift. Two more times. Inhale as we lift. One more breath. Inhale. And then just relax your shoulders all the way down. Just take our right ear over to our right shoulder. open up the side of your neck.
Are you stretching your neck?
And then come center, and we'll change sides. Now notice that one side has more flexibility than the other.
Correct.
Yeah, right? Because we always have an imbalance in our body somewhere. So side to side, just breathing. This is my good side, I'm just pretending. And then this is my bad side, or not. And you just want to wait until you feel like you kind of feel more equal. Make sure you breathe while you do that. Always keep breathing. Another good reason that we carry tension in our neck, right? Is because we have so much on our mind, right? So we're going to ease our mind at the same time. So we're going to relax your shoulders, and we're going to make a half circle with our head. So it goes ear to the shoulder, chin down to the collarbone, pause at the shoulder line, and then go in the opposite direction. So you're making more of a U shape than a circle.
Oh, yeah.
U shape, yeah. There you go. U shape. Crack. As long as it doesn't hurt. Wherever you are, just do that 2 more times and just see how that feels.
Cracking.
Crack.
I'm sleeping out.
Yeah. All right, let's bring our heads back to the center. You're a fun group to work with. Hands. Our hands, right? How many people have arthritis in their hands? Yeah, so that causes. Can you hold that for 1 second? Yeah. We're going to start with some hand exercises. Rubbing your hands together. It just creates some heat. Breathe. Breath is the most important thing that there is. All right? As long as we're breathing, we're still here. And we're just going to interlace our fingers and tap. So we have a lot of energy systems that are right in between our fingers. So you want to get in there and make sure you really stimulate there. And that will send more circulation through your hands. And when you get more blood circulation, your hands work better. And then in between your thumbs.
Well, that I feel.
Right?
Well, that I feel.
And we're just going to clap our hands together. Thank you. And then just feel the energy. You feel that warmth and energy in your hands? And that's just the simple one. You can interlock your fingers. Clamp down, elbows right onto your rib cage. And then just go side to side. So you just want to isolate just from here to here. You don't want to let the whole body go. Just your hand, side to side. Feel that opens up your wrist? Crack. You want to open up your wrist, and you just want to open up this area all the time. Otherwise, anything that you don't open just keeps closing, right? Because we age, that's what happens. We always have to go for what stretches us backwards. Open this up. You can also make little circles. Make sure you're breathing. We're just going to hold our breath when we're doing this stuff. And then go the other way. And notice one way is easier than the other, right?
Yeah.
So we want to spend time doing the way that is not as easy more than the way that's easy. Go ahead and just shake out your hands. And then just relax. I'm going to ask you to stand if you can. Anytime you like to have a seat. Exercise you can do. And one of the other things that we really want to do to take care of ourselves is to keep our legs strong. Because the one thing that we always want to be able to do is take ourselves to the bathroom.
Yep.
It's one thing that we always want to do, so it's a very simple project. Take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. We're going to turn sideways. You're going to imagine you're just about to sit, hands on your thighs. Just imagine you're just about to sit back into your chair. And then just stand back up. So just about like you're going to sit down, you inhale, your body weight's behind your knees. Yes. Hey, that's good. So you want to think about your body weight being behind your knees opposed to bringing your knees forward. And this is just strengthening your quadricep muscles. If you do this 10 times a day, 2 times, different times, your legs will stay stronger, more flexible. And it's called a qua squat in Qigong. And that's why people who do Tai Chi and Qigong stay flexible for so long, is to strengthen their legs. Feels good, right? Qua squat. Let's do 2 more. Qua squat and stand. Okay. Let's just shake out our hands. And then we're just going to relax our shoulders. All right, so we're going to play painting the wall. This is for focus. Whenever you are thinking about balance, balance is focus. Balance is focus. We get to focus on balancing. So you're going to shift all of your weight over to your right side. And then 10% of the time, shift your weight. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Come down into the earth. Into the earth. Breathe, and just a little lift off. Body weight into the earth. Little lift off. So that's just working with your balance. Our body is 70 to 80% water. So while you do this, feel like water. Go over and just splash the side of your glass. Splash. Come into the earth, and then just splash. Now smile while you do that. You don't have to look serious, right? Serious.
Sit for focus.
Now when you get better at this, you can lift 1 foot off the earth and then come down and lift into the earth. You might want to hold on to the table, which is okay. And it's okay to hold on to the back of a chair or something while you do this. But as you do this, balance is a practice. Breathing is a practice. You see how good your legs are starting to feel?
I can feel the ankle part
Uh-huh.
of the pulling
Uh-huh.
as well. And you're correct. There is a lot of water resistance in our body,
Mm-hmm.
and we can feel that as
Yeah.
well. As a voluptuous woman.
All right, let's just come back to our saying. Just notice how we feel. Shaking is a good thing to do to release tension. So we're going to tap our heels on the earth and shake your shoulders. Just shake, 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 shake. Make sure you're breathing. And this gets all that tension out of your body. We hold on to a lot of stuff. This is what we're going to do. We're going to think about all the stuff that we're holding on to that we don't want. We're going to inhale. And guess we're going to go, ah! Inhale. When you're ready, ah! Inhale. Think about anything you want to let go of today. I'm so mad about, ah! And let it go. Ah! 2 more times, inhale.
You guys look like a bunch of cartoons.
Ah! 1 more time. Ah! How's your body feel? Now you feel more energetic. Yeah, so your circulation is going, you're feeling better. This is a great way to wake up. So you do a few of these exercises when you first wake up. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. It can be 10. You can start with 5. Work with something that you know you're going to be able to keep. Most don't set realistic goals. Thank you for that. Let's give our hands a little shake. Now you're going to drop your fingers into the paint. You're going to lift paint from the back, touch the wall in front of you, imaginary, and then paint the wall. Fingers in the paint. So you're going to inhale as you lift the paint, touch the wall, hands no down, back into the paint. Lifting, inhale, touch, melting down. It's nice if you close your eyes. And just imagine what color paint is on your fingers and paint on the wall.
Purple. Green.
Green, yeah. Green. Hey, everyone has a different color. We're gonna be like little kids this time. We're gonna paint a heart. So you're gonna come up, make a little heart, and come right back to the center. Come up, Make yourself a heart. Tricking you into exercise, you know that, right? Come up. Energy into your heart. Just inhale out to the sides. Come up. Energy into your heart. Just inhale out to the sides. Bring energy into your heart. Talking to your body, right? Talking to your body. Reducing your stress. 2 more times. Make your heart. Enjoy your breath. 1 more time. Just make your little heart. Assistant. So your right hand's gonna be on top of the moon. Your left hand's gonna hold the moon and you're gonna soften your knees. So you're gonna inhale, flip the moon over. And then as you exhale, just bend your knees and come down. Inhale, flip the moon over. And come down and just come down. That's a good way to have it. Inhale, flip the moon, and come down. It's embracing the moon. Great practice. You can do sitting, right? Still feels good. Still doing it. Inhale. 2 more times. Inhale. 1 more time. Easy, just relax. Breathe.
Now put it all together.
We're going to do one more standing. We're going to take our 4 fingernails and we're just going to rub them together. So you have a lot of meridian endpoints right underneath your fingernails. You're just going to bring that energy right out to the tips of your fingers. Thumping our thighs, and this is for your immune health. 4 fingers right in the center of your chest, and you're just going to begin to thump. And then you're going to go inhale and release. Inhale. Thumping your thumbs increases your immune health. You have a cold. Let it go. Inhale. One more time. And then just breathe. Feel the energy in your heart. You feel the warmth in your chest. So you know it has to be good for your heart health, right? If you can feel it in there. Come down and have a seat. The last thing I want to share with you, has anyone heard of EFT tapping? Yes. What EFT tapping does, in my opinion, is it helps us reframe our thinking. One of the best lessons that I've had in my adult life is when we reframe our thoughts, we can change history. Now I'll tell you from my own personal experience how this happened. When my father passed away, when I was young, my father and I, we had a tug of war relationship. And he was so hard on me, I thought. And I didn't like that man, And as he got older, he got more mellow. And then we got to have a better relationship. After he passed away, I started thinking more about who he was and what cards he was dealt with having a child. He was 17 years old. He had a lot of ambition of his own. My mother and father only knew each other 2 months before she got pregnant. And that they weren't ready for what they had to do, but in their time, in their day, they got married. That's what people did. And they stayed married for a very, very long time for people who didn't even know each other to start with. After my mother left this earth, I got to reframe that whole thing. And in my mind, now they're the greatest parents anyone's ever had. But you couldn't have told me that when I was 15 or 16 or even 25, because I was still waiting for them to be perfect. What I realize now is not about them being perfect. It's about us being perfect. Not for anyone else, but for ourselves. When I found emotional freedom tapping, I saw it done a lot of different ways. And I really looked at the psychology of what is happening when you tap. And I believe it's the words that we say as we tap that make the difference. So we're gonna make two peace signs. You're gonna bring them out to the very corners of your eyes. I have to go back and cheat because I have my cheat sheet back here. So we're gonna talk about the new year. So two, you have two. Relax your eyes and lightly begin to tap the sides of your eyes. Just tap, 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 and just relax your eyes. You're gonna repeat with me. Even though I feel overwhelmed by the possibilities of the new year, I choose to embrace growth and clarity. Even though I feel overwhelmed by the possibilities of the new year, I choose to embrace growth and clarity. Just pause your tapping. Our affirmation here is, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So I choose to believe in the beauty of my dreams. Believe in the beauty of my dreams. One more time. Choose to believe in the beauty of my dreams. Right hand peace sign. I love this one because we're going to do the mouth. There's either the things that want to come out of your mouth and the things that should come out of your mouth. And as we get older, there's a very narrow margin between the two. But I always say that what we think, or our gut reaction sometimes, we have to tap that out. So we're gonna just begin to tap lightly at the top of your lip. And then just relax your eyes. Even though I have doubts about my abilities, I choose to trust my journey and my potential. Even though I may have doubts about my abilities, I am ready to trust my journey and my potential. And then go ahead and relax. Just relax your hand down. So anytime you're talking negative to yourself, because we all do that, don't we? I can't do that. I don't think I can do that. Oh, I can't do this anymore. That's the top of the lip. Find out what's really bothering you, and then convince yourself that you're better than that you're stronger than that. That takes time and it takes growth, but nothing grows unless you water it. Right? If you eat, the only way any of this is ever going to work for you is you plant the seed, and then you water it. And some days, I know I'm guilty in my garden. I forget to water my plants sometimes. And then they remind me by wilting, right? In life, we are either growing and thriving or wilting and dying. So I encourage you to choose growth. Today, just choose growth. Say, today I can be a little bit better than I was yesterday. I can take care of, I'm not gonna change today. But if I take time to think about the things that I wanna change, what I eat, how I sleep, make sure I socialize, make sure I keep my mind open to new things. That was the last pillar that we didn't go over. That pillar is keep learning new things, because there's so much in life to learn. The second we stop learning, we start that process of wilting and dying. So I encourage you to keep growing, keep breathing, keep a smile on your face, and be the best caregiver for yourself that you can possibly be. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone have questions for Carl?